Hello friends, and welcome to this week's edition of Taking the Plunge, Making Films with Dave Nelson.
Every day, I think this is the stupidest thing I've ever come up with. Yeah, I'm terrified.
Seems like an insane thing for a 45-year-old to do.
That's enough of that! But I'm obsessed.
The scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Come along. My name is David Joseph Nelson. I grew up in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm in Ann Arbor, Michigan right now. I guess my whole life I had wished or wanted to participate in making stories. When I was a little kid, I used to take a tape recorder and make like these drama plays that I would act out. And then once I get a little bit older, I started doing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reenactments in the backyard by myself. And then there was a moment in high school where I got a hold of a camcorder and I just kind of went bonkers with it. Fast forward maybe 10 years, and then a really good friend of mine was making some short films and I helped them with those. And that's what really did it. That kind of tipped me over the edge into this idea of, oh, I want to try this. My first big movie, I did just a home video with that same friend at the zoo. That movie was sort of like built to be a nostalgic thing. Whoa! Stop! What was that? No, that is not what we're looking for here. Let's back it up. Start it over. Thank you. So for a few weeks in September and a few weeks in October, I filmed me, and then me telling my life story and why I wanted to make films and what I've done so far and blah, 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 boring.
That's good.
So because this show is all about me and me jumping into my crazy creative pursuit of filmmaking, I somehow turned it into a long, slow, boring documentary, like some 2020 exclusive with Diane Sawyer. Beautiful, yes. But boring, nobody cares. Get on with it, Dave. Fast. Get in, get out. No one has time for all that shish kebab. I mean, I know I have some stupid moments in life. I'm an expert of all my stupid moments, but I even astound myself sometimes. So here's one shot of me sitting and talking. Here's another shot of me sitting and talking. Here's a third shot of me sitting and talking. All of them were like 15 minutes long, maybe longer. And for some god-awful reason, I even thought it was a good idea to shoot from up inside the treehouse down and me laying in a hammock. What, how boring is answering questions? Oh, that reminds me. Along with leaving my career in education and jumping into film, we also decided it was time for an early puppy Christmas present. So, that little guy consumed nearly all my time for the first 2 weeks of the school year. The best part was that I had a subject besides myself to film. And I also then learned the multicam function on Final Cut Pro. Of Cash. I did 4 angles with 4 cameras. Let's see, the first camera starts there. That's on the porch, right here. That's camera 1. And then the second camera, oh, that's the third camera. That's the camera in Avery's hand. She's holding a little camera. You can see it over here in her hand. That's what she's picking up here. Camera number 2 is the one I set up out in the street. So we had 3 phones going at once. And then the 4th camera was my Canon. And I climbed up on the roof and started it up here on the roof. So now we got all 4 cameras. So here's a taste of the final product. Just a couple seconds here for you. That was pretty fun. Okay, that was the second thing I learned. The first thing I actually learned was that I needed a big monitor because I can't get anything in focus with that small little thing on the camera. So I needed something with a much larger size, better high definition. And it turns out the Amazon tablet we already have works fine for now. USB-C to the mini HDMI port right in there. I just need to get a way to attach it right up here. For the better app that has the higher definition, you have to pay $5. No biggie. Oh, and the last thing I almost forgot about was when I pulled out my 8mm projector to check a roll of film for my grandma, and that gave me an idea to play around with the old creepy movement of the camera. And then I saw this one part of the film where she puts her hands on her face and walks backwards, and it was all weird. So I thought that would be perfect to line that up and show that right on my stomach as I get up and walk out, all creepy-like. So, a little horror feel tendency here, and that was kind of fun. Here is the behind-the-scenes shot I set up with the iPhone. And this goes to the third thing I learned. Have frickin' fun, Dave. Don't forget to have fun, Dave. Whew. So that was my month of September. Got a puppy, did multicam, edited it, and spent about 7 hours. So what the hell am I doing? I'm not quite sure yet. Hopefully I'm getting all my big mistakes out of the way because I'm making plenty. What the hell am I trying to do is plan and execute a few short films to finish my film school phase, and all the while write my feature-length film to pull together and do in the next 2 or 3 years. So let's end this episode with something a little more fun. See you next time. That was fun.